Okay, we're back for another bonus chapter. This is chapter 6. And chapter 6, man, all things distribution. First thing I have to say is like everybody wants those SOPs and procedures, and they're like, Libby, I want your microplays and your dashboard. But they're worthless.
Yeah.
Absolutely worthless if you don't look at getting them in front of people.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole like all things distribution is really about in this chapter. And how like they could look pretty, because I had them before, don't you remember? And you have a bow on them. But if nobody knows they're there, they're worthless.
Yeah. No, that's a great point, especially coming back from the other chapter where you talked about, just running through and getting AI to create all these SOPs or microplays. It's fantastic and beautiful. And yeah, you might have 100 different Google Docs. But if it's not getting in front of the people, then it's pointless.
Yeah. And so in this chapter, I had to really, my lesson was I had to really learn how to get them in front of people without shoving them down their throats.
Yeah.
Without this whole like, you have to do this, you have to read this. More of like a cohesive, how is this part of our culture? How is this part of how we communicate?
Yeah.
And sometimes I even catch myself falling off the wagon a little bit. And then like, I got to repoint them back to the portal, back to kind of that culture of systems.
Yeah. And for me, it was great. Sometimes, even though it's not a permanent thing, is putting it in a way that's like in your cadence, is dropping those reminders or those microplays like automatically on the either the calendar, adding somebody to it, or dropping it into the all staff if you have some kind of chat. It was a great way for me to revisit and recap and getting it in front of people, pretty frequently. So
yeah, I love this part because this is where all your hard work really kind of shines through. A lot of people want that time freedom. And they think procedures and processes get you there.
Mm-hmm.
With you really owning like this one layer deep, framework and mindset, you put all that hard work in. And if you don't add the distributions, the rhythm, the communication, that hard work's going to feel much harder and not as rewarding.
Yeah. And I will say that I had to, it's going to take a little effort or work at first to develop or build the habit of remembering to get it in front of people.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be, honestly, you might end up using one of these microplays we have microplays on how to create microplays.
Yeah.
But going a step further is, how do you develop a cadence for yourself to remember to deliver it to the team?
And that's the cadence we talked about, monthly newsletters. In one company, we do monthly newsletters. And the other company, I do monthly all hands Zooms. And so that's how we get it back in front of it. So it doesn't have to be exactly like monthly newsletters, like weekly videos with a tip. It can be any variation that you want. But the key here, because like I said, one company, we do monthly newsletters. Another company, we do monthly all hand Zooms.
Yeah.
And not the newsletter. But the key is consistent. Be consistent in how you deliver the information and in how you show up.